There are a lot of different curling irons and wands on the market today, and it can make it very difficult to try and decide which one to buy. Today I'm going to show you the difference between this curling iron and this curling iron. Two different sizes on the same head and why it matters. I'm actually going to do this side with the 1 inch and this side with the 1 1/4 so you can see exactly the difference that it makes on your head when you curl it. Hey everyone, my name's Becca and you're watching our channel Royce and Becca, where we talk about marriage and family life. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you. We really appreciate seeing you every week. A question I was often asked when I was a hairstylist was what size curling iron to get. Here are 3 things to think about when you're shopping for a curling iron. Number 1, the heat level, how hot it gets. You do not want it to go above 450 degrees of heat because that can do a lot of damage to your hair. Number 2, the material that the curling iron is made of. The different materials help determine how the heat is distributed through the barrel and how well it maintains heat as you're curling your hair. The most common is a ceramic, and that is usually better for hairs that are like thin to medium texture. Another type is gold-plated curling iron, and that is better for medium to thick type of hair. And then titanium is the last popular one that I want to talk about. That's often used in most professional settings. It's also the most durable, and it's gonna address people with thicker hair. And the third is the diameter, the size of the curling iron and what kind of curl it's gonna give you. And that's what we're here today to talk about. Today, I am comparing the difference between a very popular size, which is a 1 inch curling iron, to the next, maybe most popular size, which is a 1 1/4 inch curling iron. I'm actually gonna do this side with the 1 inch and this side with the 1 1/4 so you can see exactly the difference that it makes on your head when you curl it. I'll be using the same technique on both sides so you can see exactly what it does. I use the Hot Tools gold-plated extra long barrel curling iron. It's extra long barrel because it has this extra little portion. Usually a curling iron would stop right there. It's on, so I'm not gonna touch it. I've been using Hot Tools for a very long time. I like it. And I think the main reason why I decided to buy these curling irons is because of the extra long barrel. You can fit more hair in, and as your hair gets longer, you're not struggling and fumbling with the hair as it gets caught in the curling iron. The more hair, the less fumbling, the quicker you can get your style done, and the quicker you can move on to other things like playing with your kids or heading off to work. So nobody's going to work right now because we're quarantined. Before we get started, we need to make sure that our hair is prepped with a heat protectant and a hold product before you dry your hair. Once your hair is wet, put those 2 products in and then you can do a quick blast dry. 2 products that I like to use for that is 21 Benefits by Pureology. This has 21 benefits. And this is also a heat protectant. Has heat protectant in there up to 450 degrees of heat. Let's protect that hair. If you want long, beautiful, split endless hair, protect it from the heat, especially if you're gonna use heat tools. And then I also use Kerastase Materialiste, which is a flexible hold spray gel. Spray it in my hand, run it all the way through, brush it through, make sure that the product is evenly distributed, and then I blast dry as fast as possible. This is actually, I washed it last night and slept on it, and here we are today. That's where I'm starting from, just in case you're wondering, because I know there are some people that will wonder that. So I'm gonna start with the 1 inch on my left side, and then I'll do the 1 1/4 on my right side. I'm just gonna clip this out of the way. This is my 1 inch extended barrel Hot Tools curling iron, and I have it set, it's almost as hot as it goes at about 430 degrees of heat. A couple of the skills that I'm gonna use on both sides of my hair are, I'm gonna preheat the strand before I put it in the curling iron. I am going to curl everything away from my face, and I'm gonna start halfway down the hair shaft. So if I'm gonna have this much hair, I'm gonna insert the curling iron right here and then start twisting away from my face, right? Away from my face. This would be towards your face. This is gonna be away from the face. That's what I mean by curling away from your face. Let's get started. So you might see me pulling it at the end, and what that's gonna do is create a little bit of that more straight-ended look, popular in like like beachy waves. This is what I mean by preheating. This is preheating the strand. Oops. And then twisting halfway down. So my first twist is halfway down the shaft, and then I'm gonna feed it. So I pulse the little arm to get the rest of it through. And then I leave some of the ends out. So you don't have to watch the whole thing. I'm gonna do this real quick and I'll meet you on the other side. All right, so I finished my 1-inch side, and now I'm gonna move on to the 1 1/4 inch side. And I'm just gonna wait to brush it out until the very end. So then you'll see exactly what it looks like, what the difference is. I'm gonna use the same technique on this side that I did on this side. We are gonna preheat the strand, we are gonna curl away from the face, and we're gonna start halfway down the hair shaft. Here's my 1 1/4 extended barrel. Okay, so we're gonna preheat. Curling away from the face. Same exact technique, just a different size curling iron. The first twist is halfway down the hair shaft. And then we're gonna pulse and feed through the rest and leave the ends out. I'm gonna do this and I will meet you at the end. That was quick. Okay, just finished my 1 1/4 inch side. My 1-inch side is cool, and what I'm gonna do before I brush through it is I'm gonna hit it with a flexible hold hairspray. This is Pureology Soft Finish Hairspray. It actually gives a really nice shine, and I like being able to brush through my curling iron curls when I'm finished with this hairspray. Hairspray is so intense. One of the reasons why you wanna wait until it's cool is because you need to set the curl. So when it's still warm, the curl is still setting in your hair. If you brush it out when it's still warm, you're gonna straighten out that work that you just did, and your hair is gonna relax. If that's the look you're going for, great. If you're trying to get your curls to stay longer than just like a couple hours, then you wanna wait till it's completely cool. And mine are cool. So again, 1-inch side, 1 1/4 inch side. Let's see the difference. If you're at all on Pinterest or anywhere on social media, a lot of girls like to wear their hair like this. Personally, I like to wear my hair like this. It's kind of a really nice, tousled, beachy looking, relaxed vibe. So that was the 1-inch. Let's see the 1 1/4. So you can kind of see that the 1 1/4 inch, the waves are a lot more spread out because of the wider diameter of the curling iron. So it's got more of a bigger, more relaxed wave, more relaxed curl. It's a little more polished, I would say, than the 1-inch. So 1-inch with longer hair is gonna make it feel a little more messy. It's gonna make it feel a little more textured. So you can see that because I have layers in my hair and because I have a shorter fringe area, you're getting that curl a lot quicker. So do you see the difference? You have this, it's longer. There's maybe like 3 little sections where this one could easily be like 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So a couple of the differences that you'll notice when using a 1-inch curling iron. It's gonna be a little bit more tousled, it's gonna be a little bit more messy, the curl is gonna be tighter. That's also gonna give you more longevity over a couple days. So if you wanna style your hair once and then let it last a couple days, a 1-inch curling iron would definitely be my recommendation for you, because you'll curl it the first day, it'll be tighter, and then you wake up the second day, maybe throw some powder in it, throw some dry shampoo in it, and it's gonna be a little bit more relaxed, maybe like the 1 1/4 on the first day. And then day 3, this is where you're stretching it a little bit maybe, throw some dry shampoo in there, and it's probably gonna be even more relaxed than this, maybe more just like a wave. So I would say for longevity, the 1-inch barrel is gonna be the one that you want. If you're wanting it a little bit more relaxed starting day 1, the 1 1/4 is great. If you're trying to get it to last a couple days, the 1 1/4 is gonna be even more relaxed than this. It'll probably only have maybe 1 little section, and especially if your hair is short, you'll probably just have a little bit of a wave. And then by the 3rd day, it'll probably be gone completely unless you just retouch it with the 1 1/4, depending on what you have time for and depending on what you wanna do. Me personally, I just want to do my hair once and then let it last for a couple days, maybe use some clips, maybe use some scrunchies to get me through day 3 and day 4. Yes, I go that long between washing my hair. As far as time goes, for someone with my length hair, which I would say is medium to long, the 1-inch curling iron is gonna take longer than the 1 1/4. The 1 1/4 you can grab a little bit bigger of sections because it's a bigger diameter, where the 1 inch you're gonna have to take a little bit smaller of a section, so it's gonna take you longer to get all around the head. So that's the difference between a 1-inch curling iron and a 1 1/4-inch curling iron. Let me know in the comments below, which one is your favorite? Do you like the more relaxed look, or do you like the more beachy, messy look? So I hope you guys feel empowered and confident to try these styles yourself. Let me know which one you try on your hair. If you have any specific questions about the techniques that I've used, let me know in the comments. The curling irons and the products I've used will all be linked in the description below. You guys are awesome. Please consider subscribing if you aren't already. And if you like these hair tutorial beauty videos, let me know. I'd be happy to make more. That's it for me. My name's Becca, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye.